sake of the drill, obviously I would prefer to be standing up, okay? But for the sake of drill, I'll start on my knees and then we'll go from there, right? So number one, if I let her get this far in here, this is gonna be a problem, right? Because she's got her palm turned up, she's got her hook deep. It's very hard for me to turn my hand. So first level of defense, go ahead and restart, right? Once she makes my grips, right? So if she starts to grab this, she hips out, right? So once this goes to happen, I'm gonna control her pant leg, but go ahead and circle. I wanna circle my hand to the outside of her thigh, okay? Now she can't get that hook the way she wants it, okay? So now if I stood up, right, I can try to fight this, right, break and come on the other side, okay? So first defense is early circle, right? Put my palm on her thigh, okay? In that case, I can usually break this pretty easy, okay? If I let myself get stuck really deep, right, it's gonna be a nightmare to get out, okay? So, I'm gonna come up, right? Now, what I wanna do, break one grip, get the sleeve, I'm gonna pull it, circle the hand, okay? So I'm gonna stand and make it a little bit easier to see now that I get that. Right, so she's got it in there, right? I'm gonna reach, right? Get this, reach, pull, circle, keep it a little bit, right? Get my hand on the outside, go back to the pants. I'm gonna start to walk away, control the ankle, and try to leg drag, okay? I'm gonna make an angle to this side. I don't wanna go here because I'm gonna get swept, okay? So even if I get this, I pull, circle, right? Oh, just hold it, right? So if I come this way, she's always gonna be in front of me, okay? She can hook my hip, right? This way, real easy, all right? So I cannot pass on that far side. I have to pass on the lasso side. So, she goes to set it up, right? So I'm here, right? I might put my knee in her hamstring, squat down, grab the sleeve, pull, circle, try to keep it as much as you can. Just kind of turn your palm down so you can save it, okay? So maybe my hand's on this back side, control the pants, walk away, control the ankle. So I'm gonna let this go, ankle, here, okay? So I'm in a leg drag. I could scoot all the way out to the back too, okay? So let's start with, she lassos, right? She's all the way in. I'm gonna drop my knee down, my level, try to, right? I'm gonna circle, try to break, grab this, okay? Or don't give her this to begin with. I'm holding back here. She's got her lasso, okay? I reach, pull, circle. She's trying to keep it as much as she can. Go back to the pants, walk away, control the ankle, end up in a leg drag. Does everybody understand? Let's start with that. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so does everybody understand kind of what we were doing? The concept, a lot of people are gonna pass that way. Or at least, maybe they don't do the same thing with the grips, but they're gonna try to come around that side. Okay, so we're gonna switch roles now. So we're gonna focus on what do we do when they try to do that. Okay, so I'll be here, grab, right? She gets control of my, yeah, she breaks that grip, gets control of my leg, right? So she's here. I'm gonna take this leg, instead of staying here, I'm gonna circle to the inside of her ankle. I'm closing my elbow, so she hasn't done anything with that yet. This hand is gonna scoop, the back side of my hand is gonna go under where my ankle is at, okay? I'm not grabbing her heel, I'm gonna scoop underneath. I'm gonna roll underneath her and attack her shoulder, okay? So here, lift up, boom. Right, so I'm in this position, I switch my grip, go over the top, and sit up. Try to take her down, okay? So I'm gonna backhand scoop that ankle. So here, grab, right? She gets control, stands up, hook the leg. I'm closing my elbow, right? Now, I have different things that I could do. Sit up on my elbow, right? If she starts to move to the side, get myself back in guard. Okay, come back. But in this case, she broke this. I circle the foot. I might try to control her hand if I can. She's gonna rip that away. Yeah, so now I'm gonna dive under here, lift up, trap. I switch to the tricep. I sit up over with that leg, arm over her back. Turn. And I come up to my finish. Okay, so I'm gonna initially have my left hand on her wrist, or her sleeve grip. When I get her to the mat, I'm gonna switch to the tricep, wrap her back. Does that make sense? Do not grab her ankle or their ankle. Scoop with the back side of my wrist. It's gonna allow me that path underneath their legs or their hips, okay?
So you gotta make, when you scoop that leg to make the space, like what Dave was saying, because
I use my leg
yeah.
to make space. I can also use my lasso hook
So you're
to open her elbow a little bit to make the space a little bit bigger.
To spin in, are you trying to come up on your shoulders to?
I am. No, if you notice, like when I got underneath,
yeah,
I lifted my hips up to capture the shoulder to bring her down.
okay.
Okay. So one more time. So here, right. She comes up, breaks. Here, under. Now I can use my toes if I need to. Come up. Here, okay. And then I switch to the tricep. Reach, shoot, and come up. Does that make sense? Now, sometimes you can turn it into a sweep where I'm just gonna kind of clamp down and like force her to roll. Let's focus on the finish for right now. But for sake of argument, here, right? Now, if I just clamp down on her shoulder, she's kind of almost forced to roll. You understand? Yes. So I can force it to be a sweep if I just chop that shoulder down. But I'm not going to have the same amount of control, so it's pretty much going to have to be a sweep because I haven't secured her back to make sure that she can't complete that roll. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. So the way in which I clamp down on that, if I clamp down and kind of twist my hip a little bit towards the floor, she's going to be prompted to just go on that shoulder, right? So play with both, but focus mostly on the submission side of it, okay? All right, 1, 2, 3.